All right, the summer travel season is upon us, and many use the internet as a convenient way to book vacations, but it can be overwhelming. So our resident nerd from Nerds on Call, Ryan Eldridge, is here this morning to sort it all out for us. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You know what? The internet's great for things like this, right? You can book your airfare, your rental car, your hotel. Where do you start?
Well, here's the thing is, the first thing you have to know is the internet is a sneaky, sneaky place.
Oh.
So places like Travelocity, Orbitz, and places like that, they track what you do when you're on their websites. So they put a little cookie on your machine when you look up a price, and then what happens, it happened to you recently.
Yes.
Just a few hours later.
With me?
Few hours later, you go back and the price is suddenly different.
Yes.
It's a higher price, and then you get to start thinking, oh my goodness, what if I don't book? All the seats are going away.
Right.
Well, sure enough, you went to another computer here at work,
and it was back down.
It was back down to a lower price again.
Right.
So what the first thing you got to know is they're watching what you're doing when you're on there. Every time you check that flight, they're going to know how often it's going to be in demand, and they're going to raise that price on you. So best thing to do is clear your cache and cookies just before you go searching, and then just before you go buy, clear your cache and cookies again. You can do that in your browser, or go to private browsing mode. Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Chrome all have the ability to turn off all of your cookies and stuff, and you can just do it that way.
Okay.
So that way you can always save your money. You save $25 just by going to your work.
But it went up and down and up and down, and that one time when it went back up, I thought, oh, should I get it? And I waited it out, though.
Well, just last year, Orbitz got in trouble because they were charging almost 40% more to Mac users just because you're a Mac user.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Well, they don't do that anymore, but they do that kind of sneaky tactic.
Okay,
so
timing is everything, right?
Everybody knows you should check the couple of days before and a couple of days after, but you really want to make sure you get the best price. A great place to go is bing.com/travel. And they have a price predictor. And the best part of this is they take all of the prices that have ever been charged from every airline for every time of every day, and they put it into an algorithm, and they predict when the prices are going to drop. And so that way you'll know when to book your vacation even before you put in that request at work.
Right.
Isn't that kind of cool?
That is cool. All right, let's get the best price out there.
Okay, so besides using Bing to get your best price, there's one more thing you should think about before you think about price. Because saving $10 on a flight's one thing, but if you save $10 but have a 5-hour layover in Phoenix when it's 140 degrees, forget about it. So go to hipmunk.com.
Okay, what?
Hipmunk.com, HIPMUNK.com.
All right.
Now they have a thing called an what do they call it? An agony factor. And so what they do is they rank your prices.
Like that.
So you won't always see the cheapest price at the top, but what you will see is the agony factor of that flight. So you might save $10 but have a 5-hour layover in Phoenix. Well, they'll drop that all the way to the bottom, so you don't even see it. So because nobody's going to save $10 to stay in Phoenix for that long. That's just ridiculous.
What about when it comes to
like package deals, for example. So you go on and you see Orbitz or somebody's got this great package deal. Best thing to do is go to each of the individual websites for each of those packages first.
Okay. So
you say, okay, well, let's say Hawaiian Airlines plus a Marriott stay. Oh, this sounds so good. Well, if you go to Marriott.com, you can often get a cheaper price than even Orbitz or Travelocity will give you.
But what about time? A lot of us are busy, we work, some have kids, and you have a life. Like, we can't spend all day on the internet trying to find that best deal.
Yeah, well, the best thing to do is use just a few simple rules. Like I said, Bing is really good, Hipmunk's really good, or you can also book in places where there's hubs, where their airline hubs are. We were talking about that earlier.
Yes.
So, for example, in Sacramento, there's a hub here for cheaper flights. But who wouldn't drive, other than you, just a few miles to San Francisco or Oakland to save a couple $100 on their flights?
You have to weigh it out, right? Is it worth driving further?
And now AAA has a cool thing called the fuel cost calculator.
I like
so
that.
it's fuelcostcalculator.aaa.com, and what you can do is type in the type of car you've got. You can type in your mileage and whatever, and it'll figure out exactly whether it's worth traveling all the way to San Francisco to save $100 on your flight or not.
So many things to consider. How far out? What if you want a trip in August? Is it time now to start doing it? Do you wait till closer?
Always search, and like I said, use travel that bing.com/travel.
Right.
That'll give you your best price predictor. Sometimes 3 months is great, but sometimes only a couple of days is better.
That's risky.
I know, but there's one other way to save on travel that nobody ever thinks about.
Okay.
Car rentals.
Oh.
Okay, so oftentimes if you go to a car rental place, you're thinking, oh, it's always the same price. Well, it isn't. It fluctuates just like airline prices. So you can go to a place called autoslash.com, and it'll tell you the best car rental rates and the best days to get them.
Ryan Eldridge,
Isn't that
you are
cool?
awesome. No, this is great information. We got to put this clip on our website, news10.net, so people can refer back to it and take some notes. Good information.
Hey, no problem. Hey, we also have all of this stuff on our blog, so just a quick plug, callnerds.com/blog. You'll see a whole article on that, and we've got all of the links and everything there too.
All right, Nerds on Call. Ryan Eldridge, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Dan, back over to you.
Smart nerd.
He is. I love him.
Smart.
Good stuff.
Thanks, Ryan. Next.